Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're in Minecraft again today. Kicking off the week as we usually do, the new episode of The Spawn Chunks is out right now. That is available on YouTube and on your favorite podcasting platforms. Johnny and I talked about the release of the Copper Age, which is Minecraft 1.21.9. We are still running 1.21.5 here on the Citadel server because I'm waiting for a couple more mods to update. And I also just haven't had time to update the server, but I hope to do that in the background because I think it'd be fun to utilize some of the new blocks, the shelf blocks specifically for some of the sci-fi builds that I want to do for decorating the farms and stuff. So we will look into that. For now, we're going to be picking up where we left off on Saturday, which is finishing up the creeper farm. We have some functionality to instill, and I think I have some ideas that we can implement for the decoration. Like I kind of want to suspend it in the Lush cave somehow, and I think I'm going to use like a claw or an arm or something coming out of the side of the building for that. So we'll have to see what I can come up with. It's going to be challenging because it is kind of hovering over a large cavern of deep slate, so we'll have to see what we can come up with. But I do want to have some sort of like furnace or something where the creepers are going to be consumed and processed and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to let the imagination run wild and see what we can come up with. The big thing right now I'm trying to figure out is what neutral blocks I could use to have like metal, you know, without using iron. So smooth stone is up there. We do have slabs and full blocks in that. And I'm also trying to figure out what we could do for stairs as well. I think we can maybe even use some deep slate. We definitely used polished deep slate in the medieval area for iron and like more darker metal looking things, so we might be able to get away with that here too. So stay tuned for what we come up with. SweetSandi, hello, good to see you. Music Free Gaming, hello. Hunter 555 kicking off the stream with a tier 1 sub. Thanks so much, Hunter, appreciate it as always. Very cool. And I think the other thing I need to do is I need to make a decision on the kind of trapdoors we're going to be using. I don't think I really like the warped wood trapdoors. I think we're going to go with something a little bit nicer. We'll go down and take a look and see where we're at. Remind myself. I may also make some landscaping decisions around here. This is not great. I want a different way to get in here. It'd be more fun. Also, we have this issue where the top of the cave doesn't render in. I don't know that I realized that these were going to keep growing the longer that we're around. How do we stop these? Do you shear them to keep them from growing? I think that's what you do. So right now, this first it needs to be completed in terms of the functionality. I don't think we're going to use the green concrete everywhere. I think I want to create some sort of edge where the green concrete is visible, but through cracks, like highlights of green concrete, not the entire thing is green concrete. And I kind of like the smooth stone, so we might just try to make it out of smooth stone for now. The problem, of course, is that I don't have a vision for what this is supposed to look like. It would probably be the easiest thing to attach it to the back, which means we could get rid of that waterfall. I don't think that that's a big deal. We could always put it somewhere else. So something coming out the back of it, holding it up, would probably be the easiest way to make it look like it's suspended. I think we're going to keep the moss because it's also an easy block to get. But I think we need to change the edge. So maybe we'll do a little bit of testing up top. We've got 4 blocks moss, and we've got three blocks. Bottom. It's a creeper farm, or it will be a creeper farm, yeah. Wiki says use bone meal on big drip leaf to make it grow 1 block taller unless there is a block above the leaf other than air or water. Unlike most plants, drip leaf does not grow by itself. Bone meal must be applied for growth to occur. Oh, so that's just naturally spawn drip leaf. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. So we've got this sort of a thing. And I'm thinking that goes there. Right now, what we've got is I don't have enough green concrete. And I think my concrete box is down there. Yeah, I left everything down there. Crap. All right, well, pretend that's concrete. That is what it looks like down below. And what I think I want to do is something like that. I knew something was off. Is it difficult not to get overwhelmed when you start new areas like this? There's so much you can do. Where do you start kind of feeling? Yeah, a little bit. I think the problem is that like I want to get going with all the function, but I don't really have the fashion worked out yet. Okay, so the green up against that does not look the best. So what I think I might do is end up with, maybe we'll do slabs. Pressure plates. Don't think, I guess I could try quartz. Because quartz we're going to have stairs and slabs. And quartz has got this cool carved block that looks kind of sci-fi. This one. Chiseled quartz. Right? Like that's got a sci-fi vibe to it. So imagine that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not the middle. This is the middle. So if we do this, this is going to be spawnable. So we'd have to do something where it won't be. So in some cases, it would be better to do stairs because they're not something that can spawn, and then this is smooth quartz here. So I don't know which one would look better. Probably the smooth. So if we did this, and that could kind of showcase some of the green. I feel like that's pretty cool. Depending on where we put a frog light, we could also light things up. As long as the light doesn't get inside the farm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So it might be better to have this a full block. If it's a full block, though, we're going to have to do something on the top of it. This is where we might be able to work in some trapdoors, maybe. Or even pressure plates. Yeah, they're not quite the right color. Now down in the dark, it might not matter. That looks okay. Could also use carpet. Yeah, the pale oak has some warmth to it. I've thought about stripping that out. Like I've thought about making a texture pack where the pale oak is just like black and white, like it doesn't have a temperature to it. I think that's one of the most frustrating things about Minecraft textures is that a lot of them are tinted a certain way, and it makes them clash with other blocks, which I don't like. And that's too bright. And I guess we could also go this route. And then we just have to figure out what to put on top of that. Maybe that's where the pressure plate comes in. I think that kind of looks like it's like a claw, sort of like holding it up. I think that's not bad. I don't know about the corners. We'd have to work out what we want the corners to be. This one might be better off being a little bit wider. I'm not a big fan of that. Maybe we have to go the other way on the corners. Maybe the corners don't have... Maybe the corners have to go all the way up. We might be able to come up with something more unique on the corners. I think that's a good start, though. I think that's a good start. I feel like we can probably work with that. I'll bring the pale oak just in case. We don't really have many options for pressure plates, do we? Nope. Iron. We could do the iron pressure plate. That might be too white. And I know we're going to need more concrete. I need a garbage chute. we're going to do quartz, then maybe we end up doing white fences in the middle. Would match the snow golems. I don't know if I have a spare shulker down there or not. Yeah, like the pale oak might work. Oh, we need more carrots. Wow. Gold. I don't know where I have the gold. I think I turn that all into here. Yeah. We really don't have a lot of carrots, do we? Are you trying to design on the surface before committing at the mob farm? Does it help to have a big open space to work with? It just helps to be in the light and next to all the different shulker boxes that I might want to pull from before I decide what I'm bringing down with me. Plus, we're building over a giant pit down below, which is just a pain in the butt. It's going to look cool, but it's a giant pain. I don't really have a large surface to work with here. I think that's everything. Now we've got lots of room. So we're thinking chiseled block, smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz blocks. What's the easiest way to get quartz? Is it trading with piglins? Because you can't get the blocks, right? Like you have to trade for the ores. Stonemason? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I may end up adjusting this a little bit because we've got these two places here, so I kind of feel like we could do that and then have that line up with the fifth part. I don't know. So maybe there. You don't really have any stairs in that particular block, though. It's unfortunate. This will probably go through a couple different iterations. But of course, when I was designing it upstairs, I wasn't thinking about the funnel underneath it. And then up here, just end up doing the same thing. Now, obviously, this is not going to be lit up. Not crazy about that corner, but we can probably work out something else. I feel like we could probably do the same little support a little bit closer. So if that's the edge, what if we did this here? Maybe we'll use walls or something. It's getting there. Like, it's starting to have some more details. It starts to feel like an encased facility. The green starts to have more of a glow to it. I think what I want to end up doing is probably putting warped trapdoors along the edges and then using the brown ones in the middle. Or we just go with the white ones to make more of those. The Nookie, thanks for the lurk. Little Brox, hello. How's it going? Miss Kursby, good to see you. Stonemason is best to trade clay. I could probably find some other stuff to trade with a stonemason. I could just make something that gives us emeralds, right? Don't mind. Again, you gotta remember that there's not gonna be any torches. So it's gonna be pretty dark. I think probably the pale oak is gonna work the best. Gotta find a way to light up the farm. I might end up having to put tinted glass on it. If I want it to look cool from the outside but still be dark on the inside, I may have to make the sacrifice and just have it be tinted glass. Oh, you know what? I should... Maybe the middle part should be quartz too. Because these don't have to be buttons. They can be whatever we want. As long as it blocks spawns, right? So this middle part doesn't have to be expensive blocks because we're probably not going to be able to see it. Maybe something white. Maybe stripped pale oak logs. Cheaper than quartz. All right. Let's commit to the pale oak trapdoors. That way I can just get that part done. Buttons or pressure plates? Probably pressure plates. I think I want to have it all be placed from below. This is the part that always takes me a long time with farms, because once I make design decisions in terms of the functionality, then I'm like spending all this time on aesthetics, which is fun for me because I prefer it when the redstone farms I make look cool. We'll worry about that other one later. I guess pressure plates should be okay. Do need some fences though. So for pressure plates, we could do these guys. could do buttons. Or do gray pressure plates. Again, it's going to be so dark in here, it might not matter. Or I could do iron pressure plate. Sometimes I just like to experiment like this, even though it's going to be in the dark. Sometimes it's just nice to know what blocks work with certain things. Like I've not messed with iron and pale oak ever. And I'm not sure I remember how to make an iron pressure plate. Not something I use a lot. I mean, really, they're quite close to pale oak. Any thoughts? Hard choice? I agree, Sandy. I think the pressure plates look better than the buttons. The whole idea is that just it has to be spawn proof. I wonder if the pressure plates are going to screw up the pathing. The buttons might allow a creeper to think that it can get to the other side, but the pressure plate might not. Does anybody know the answer to that? So buttons might be the way to do it. Do creepers get close enough to that they might explode? No. So the idea is that, I think that's the idea, is that this extra space here around the snow golems, the creepers have to get up closer, so that they're going to fall here before they light their fuse. That's the idea. Do creepers do diagonally to the corner? I don't know. That's just the pattern for the farm. That's just the pattern. Oh, you know what? I think maybe once the trapdoors are in, they can't. So like if there's a trapdoor and a carpet, maybe they don't fit. So because there's a carpet in each of these corners, right? So that's probably what keeps the creepers from going over the corners, and therefore they have to go that way. Right. I need to finish this platform, so I'm not constantly wondering if I'm going to walk over the edge. Oops. All right, so then it's 2 and a carpet. 1, 2, carpet, carpet. And there's 1 in the middle. Yeah. All right, so that's the spawning space done. And now we need a lot of trapdoors, which is going to take up a lot of wood because I don't have my data pack. I say one downside to having the crafting table as a label for my utility chest is that sometimes I go to click on this when I really need to click on that. So funny. The things that stick in your brain when you play this game so much. I wonder if I could do oh. Wonder if it would be worth it to have the white trapdoors on the outside and then just fill it in with a cheaper trapdoor. I mean, I guess pale oak is not that hard to get. We are going to need a lot more pale oak trapdoors. Yeah, and we know where we have a pale garden, so pretty easy to go get more. I feel like we should do the ones in the middle first. If you really wanted to make it cheap, I would say bamboo would be your cheapest option in terms of making trapdoors. Probably the fastest to grow. The buttons obviously don't do that. So that's the other thing. Who154, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, like I can't walk over a carpet with a trapdoor, so I'm assuming a creeper can't either. Are creepers and the players the same height? They might be a little bit shorter. Yeah, it definitely starts to get tricky with the carpets around. Players are 1.8, creepers are 1.7. Okay, so they might be able to get over that corner. I don't know. It's Ari Ang. Hello. Sorry, Ari Anong? I hope I'm saying that right. We're making a creeper farm. And it is trapdoor heavy. At this point, it might be easier just to be up here. Stream has reached an hour. Thanks very much for their heads up. Appreciate it. We will 100% stick to those breaks today, and it's a good excuse to also get some sunshine because it's so dark down here all the time, although it looks like it's nighttime up top. Where's my exit? There it is. It's Arian. Okay, cool. It's hard with no other drop caps in the name. But thanks for the heads up. And welcome in. And since you're new, I should let you and anybody else that's new know that I take a break once an hour. I just need to go get another cup of coffee. You guys can grab a snack, grab a friend. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we should be able to get the rest of the trapdoors done. I'm gonna have to make some more, but that's fine. putting a dent in our pale oak, though. I like the white. I think it looks sharp. A good call there. I was trying to do a pattern here, but I think I screwed it up. Oh no, right there. How many layers will the farm be? I think I only need to make one, honestly. I think we just need the one layer. I have the option to add more on top. Because the Lush cave goes up several blocks. Oh yeah, I definitely screwed up. Alright, whatever. Again, reminding myself that it is going to be in the dark. We might need more moss. Yeah, I think we will. Not by much, though. Was there anything else that we were short on before I go on a trip? I don't have a lot of coal. At least not in the form I need it in. I think it's just the moss, really. We'll fill up on some white dye and some pink dye. Never thought we could have used slime too, instead of green concrete. Oh, we do have moss. I'm still gonna go get more, because it's empty, but at least we can finish the top of it. Oh, I'm not ransacking the moss in the Lush cave. We've got a moss farm. I've got chests of moss just sitting back at spawn, so. what is the minimal amount of lighting here? Probably just in there. That I didn't realize it was going to power that too. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, the pressure plate may not be a good idea. The buttons might be the safer bet. Might be the safer bet. Okay, I'm gonna need more glass. Need more quartz. I'm trying to remember if there was a way. Don't know if there's another way to get higher amounts of quartz. Day counter on the minimap. It's 1:30. It's off by 1. Why did the day counter get reset? I've got no idea. When I first started the server, I didn't know about all the different stats and stuff that you could track. So like, there's no point in figuring out like what the day counter is. That day 1:30 could be since the last time we updated the server. We use Shockbyte for our server, which is reliable and affordable, but finicky and does weird stuff. I missed. Now this level, that's the level underneath the trapdoors. This is just going to be a catchment area. So that's the 3x3 hole. And then this just has to be, I guess, that wide. I don't know why. This doesn't all have to be concrete. It can be whatever block we want. Might be worth it to make slabs here. Maybe we'll leave the concrete in the corners. Go get that stuff. Some of this stuff is going to have to get redone, I think. Think about designing something before you've got the final block palette sorted out. Anything else? I didn't check when we started the stream today, but if memory serves, we had 24 glow ink sacs in the farm when I was doing screenshots for the show yesterday. So if we go check now, it's been another 90 minutes. Really slow. A lot more fish than anything else. So I'm not sure whether we just need a bigger tank or less magma, more spawning spaces. All right, I need to go get a shulker box for the gunpowder. You can see why we need rockets. Guess I'll just make a new one. Fish is food too. Yeah, I feel like I don't know where the bone meal is coming from. Is bone meal what happens when fish die? Because we could turn that into a bone meal farm. I'd actually want to do bottom ring first. Okay, so if this is going to be like a little platform that we walk out onto, it might not look like this, but that's kind of what I want. We'll grab Ray. And some hoppers. So there's the 3x3. So Velcro box. I guess we'll put it here. And I guess I just have to be, that's gonna all have glass on it, so I don't have to worry about spawning on it. So that's good. I might get rid of the corners. Right, slabs. I didn't think I brought the stone box, did I? Probably not. Kind of feel like this, I don't think I want that to be green. I think I'd probably want that to have some quartz and stone to it. Or we could just do the same thing. Does anything bad happen to mushroom cows in thunder and lightning storms? There's lots of mushroom cows on the top of the world here. Right. Yeah, that does not look good. Miss Kirby, thanks, good one. Thanks for being here. Have a good one. Annabelle Beast, welcome in. It's a creeper farm. But to ask if you have daylight savings time where you are, and I realized it's almost winter for you. Yeah, we switched to daylight savings on the first, I think it's the last Saturday. It's either the first Saturday of November or the last Saturday of October. It used to be a lot earlier in the year, but we switched to be in line with the states, which was too bad for the kids on Halloween, because it used to, before we pushed back the time change, Halloween used to be dark sooner. If struck by lightning, they turn into chocolate mushrooms. Oh, they turn into like the regular. That's fine. I'll let that happen then. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the bottom part of this. Guess we'll just do slabs for now. Oh, I don't need this either. Get all these bits back. Some glow ink sacks around here, maybe? Such a pain. I feel like it used to be a lot easier to be able to mine out a platform you were standing on and get the blocks back. I feel like when I first started playing Minecraft, there was a trick to like sneaking on the edge of something and then getting the blocks back. It seems to be a lot more random now. Yeah, like I thought you could just do that. Ah, crap. Have I mentioned I hate scaffolding? Now that's everywhere. Yeah, I know no mobs spawn in a mushroom field. We're not in a mushroom field, we're in a lush cave. So close. We need some more glass though. We are gonna have to go get some more glass. I don't think... Nope, I don't have any more clear glass, so we're gonna have to go smelt some glass. Realizing that I'm short on some key sci-fi blocks, things you're gonna use a lot of, like concrete, glass. There's a lot of farms and projects that I want to make for just the infrastructure. Alright, so the middle has to be a hole. That's fine. So not there. 3 by 3. And then it really only has to be as wide as trapdoors. I keep on meaning to update that command because the server has been out for a little while. I guess I should leave one here at the front. There's where they fall, so the water has to start here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out from the middle. Marksman, hello. How's it going? I'm doing well, thanks. There's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out. We're hoping to finish up the creeper farm today. I think I should get it going. That looks right to me. just need to put, so this will have trap fence gates, and then, oh no, this is gonna go out like that. Whoop. 5, and then we do 3 here. That seems right to me. We may have to put glass in the corners. Yes, the glass resolution is 32 by 32. I didn't like the big fat lines or the dashed lines on the glasses, so I've got a custom glass design. Actually, where's the group? You can probably see it if you compare it to, yeah. So you can see my pixel outline on the glass is half the width of a pixel outline on the smooth stone. I just think it looks nicer. And I removed the little dashy lines. I don't know if I've gotten around to doing that on tinted glass. I don't think I have. No, my tinted glass is still fat and has the dashes on it. One of the things I want to do now that I've moved into a new area and I'm doing a bunch of different things is work on some new textures. I don't know how this is going to work for water. I think it'll flow the way we want it to. I guess we'll use white fence gates. Might as well. One, two, 3, 4, 5. I think that's it. That looks right. We just don't have anything over here. Yeah, I don't particularly like the way that that looks anyway. Maybe we'll just get rid of this for now. I'm sure I'm raining all kinds of blocks I want back. Quartz especially. So I guess a piglin bartering farm is going to be high on the list, which means I need to come up with a better gold farm. But we might have some nether projects here on the Mushroom Island. I have no idea what the nether even looks like out here. We're 50,000 blocks away from spawn. So it really could be absolutely anything. The good news is that we'd be very close to, or certainly we'd be in new chunks, and so we would have netherite. The problem with having a 7 or 8 year old server now is that if you're in the main areas and you want netherite, you really got to travel far outside the main nether hub, because of course we've had all those chunks loaded forever, right? All right, that looks done to me. So the next thing in here would be white pale oak fence gates. And we'll just put down some temporary blocks. Guess we'll use wood. Why not? Okay, so then we'll just put water in the corners. That should take care of flushing the creepers out. I mean, we're really almost set to turn it on. It's just the outside part that needs decoration. I kind of want to turn it on. Don't think there's anything more in here. I guess I just have to decide if I'm going to lean into the pressure plates and try them. And then, oh, we need to glass this in too. All right, so I need more glass. Thought I had a stack. I do. Okay. Maybe wait until you update the server so you can get a hold of the dried gas too. That's a really good point, Sandy. I never thought about that. So this was stack minus, so it's almost a stack above the ground. Be pairing something. My pants even have mending on them? They don't. Don't care about the fish, but I do want any glow ink that's floating around. Okay, now that will work in there. Keep that out here. And then we should be able to get enough glass to finish up the bottom. And then we can turn it on. Hello, hello, how's it going? I think I can get rid of this too. I'll definitely be happy when I'm no longer dropping down here to collect all these things. One of the reasons I have so much stuff is because I'm a digital pack rat and I hate leaving stuff to despawn that I know I'm going to need in the next few weeks, you know? I'm definitely the player that pushes any game's inventory to the max. It's a constant problem. I think the kind of inventory that I dislike the most is the kind of inventory that's shaped. So like you've got blocks or squares. Pardon me, you've got squares in your inventory. But like if a sword took up like 2 spots or like a bow took up like 6 or something, like that drives me nuts. I've never liked that kind of inventory. I can't remember what game was like that. Diablo maybe? I guess we don't need the corners, but whatever. I will probably try to design this into something else. But for now. And of course, I've got to make it spawn proof. Let's just use carpet for now. Or I could light it up. It might actually get lit up enough from the campfires. It probably does, actually, now that I think about it. I was not thinking about that straight. All right, well, we don't need this then. Better crammed game inventories in a crammed apartment. Due to the kitchen makeover, I spread all my stuff in the kitchen into other rooms. Yeah, I've had to do that for like maintenance. I've had to move stuff, and it's incredible how much stuff is in a kitchen. Like it's wild. So we need to do something at the top there. All of these need to be full blocks. Well, they don't need to be, but they probably should be. Do I really not have more than that many? Wow. I guess I lost some. Just about ready. Oh no, I've got glass over here I have to put down too, don't I? Looks like a super smelter is also on the list. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Sandy. Appreciate it. Actually, that's probably a pretty good time. I'm probably going to want to wait for these things to smelt up. I also need to make more concrete. It'll probably be faster to just do that on the surface. So I'll grab this, that, and the dye is over here. And I also need to go get moss. So we'll make a little field trip maybe. All right, folks, once again, I need to take a short break. Grab a friend, grab a snack, let them know that we're streaming. I will be back in just a few minutes. Thanks again for the follows today, folks. There's a number of new people here on the channel. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to check out other things, you can go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan and get into the Discord. It's only $2 a month. And it's a great way to support me and get access to things like notifications when I go live. I'm actually thinking about creating a notification channel for free members on Patreon as well. But as of right now, it's a paid access, but it's a really cool group of people. I mean, I'm a little biased, of course, but I think some other folks here in the channel that are members can say that it is a good community. All right, so now this should have glass. Good. Okay. We're gonna grab, probably do a stack. Why not? All right, all the glass down here is done. It's up here that we're not done. Glass on this level, I think, should all be finished now. Except for that. Okay. And I did not look it up in between, so I don't know whether the pressure plates are going to work or not. I think if we do the pressure plates, it's just going to be pale oak, just to kind of keep it all consistent. One, 2, 3, 4, 12, 8, 12, 16. So I don't make more than I need. I will leave that one to last. Okay, so that's in there. So now we just need to do the water. Oh, and the other whole blocks around here. Concrete is the other thing. Let's go get, we'll do the blocks. Do I have the stone down here? I don't think I do. No. Okay. Right. We'll bring this with us. Blast Jordan, thanks very much for the sub. Very much appreciated. How many months has it been? Oh, right. Not enough. Well, that's kind of you to say. We might have some stone things in here that I can steal. Got some coal that I can steal. Furnaces I can steal. I was looking for white dye. That'll come in handy. Aha. Some extra quartz as well. I guess I should have put some of the stuff away first. Oh, that's full. Okay, now we should have some moss in here. That's annoying. Hold on. Put that back in there. Put that back in there. All right, moss retrieved. Now it's just the others. I got the stone, so it should be good. Also, once we update to 1.21.9, this won't run on its own, so I'll have to figure out how to load these chunks. Carrots. Thank you, Sandy. Good call. It's so fun to be back in Dartmouth Meadows with shaders on. Spent so many years here building in just regular Minecraft. Okay. I need ender chest somewhere. These farms just are not loaded very often. I think we have two. We do two. Cool. That's done. I don't think we have any stonemasons in the villager trading hall. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's all librarians. Weaponsmith. Librarian. Master librarian. These guys are all clerics and farmers, leather workers. And these guys are all librarians. And it's been moved around a lot too. Cool, that should be everything. Let's head back. Should be able to finish things up. So apparently I need a carrot farm. That's going to be loaded anyway. Unless we decide to eat something else. The problem with the carrot farm is that I don't have a steady supply of gold unless I go to repair stuff at the zombie pigment farm. Carrot or a farmer to trade golden carrots from. Oh, so that would be more interesting, I think, is creating something like that. Oh, I was meant to make more concrete, wasn't I? Oh, I don't have the green dye to do it. But I think I've got green and white. Okay, I've got that. I don't think I needed to make that many, but whatever. Here now. I feel like I might have universal dye. I might have universal dye on concrete as well. Pork chop power? Is that how you normally feed yourself in Minecraft? Do people have a preferred food? I would go with golden carrots just because of the saturation. I don't think we need more than this. Use golden carrots. Does Tango use pork chops, really? I didn't think I knew that. And there's no room in the concrete box for lime concrete. Not as much as I have. I need those guys. Uh-oh. It'll be weirdly sunny down here until the rest of the world renders in. Do I have green glass again? I do. I think we're just about ready. Just the water has to go in. I have to go up to the top and make sure everything is fine in through here. So all of this is lit up. It's so weird that it takes so long for the cave to render in. That'll keep all that lit up. I have to have a moss block. So this all looks good for now. We'll come up from the outside to decorate it. Moss block there. I guess we don't need trapdoors in the middle. I can get those back. Really, I should just kind of access this from the outside from now on. Need another hopper. And then I'll put in the campfires and close that up. Well, maybe I should wait until last. I've got the snow golems. I needed the pressure plates. I both like and don't like bundles. I don't like that you can't see what's inside them. Barring the first few items. That's a data pack I would install. Being able to see everything. Pressure plates. Think we're good. Put up scaffolding on the outside now. Okay, now we've got this top part. That's all set. This needs snow golem, so I need more wood. And I don't think it matters, but we'll go in here and I'll put something here. I might have to do that after, actually. Right, that's good there. That's good there. Right, we're gonna access there, and then we got access here. It's gonna be chaos with all the trapdoors. And I might need to remove this for now. Maybe we'll do that on the top. They're gonna move if I do that. So I need a pressure plate there, fence gate. Oh, fence. I didn't bring a fence. There we go. I need to make sure the golems aren't going to move. All right. Load everything up from up top. So the golems are in. So they should be on a swivel. And then we'll go down here and put in the water. Hopefully this will work. Oh, that's a slab. Whoops. I'll have to do that last. I always forget when I design farms with glass in them that they're going to look like they're going to look strange. You forget that you have to see the water on the outside of the glass. That looks like it's going to be sending everybody into the middle, albeit slow. And now I can just pop out here. And that fill in? Yeah, that filled in. Okay, cool. That's sealed up. Columns are good to go. Seal this up. Oh, sorry. Fire first. Okay, I think we should be able to turn it on. And all that means is just turning off the lights. Why are we getting light level 1 in here? I guess it's from above, or it's from stuff on the sides, maybe. So it's probably light outside of the farm. I could probably bring this in. What if... Where's the middle? Middle there. Nope. Why does that not work? Probably the glow berries on the side. Oh, I can't see the numbers on the inside of the glass. That's annoying. So it's probably those glow berries. And we've got some spots out there that are a problem. For now, we'll just pressure plate those. Ugly design, but it'll fix the issue. It must be the light from above. Yeah. So we probably want to slab the roof then. Or at least carpet it. That's easy to do, so we'll do that. I didn't see your comment, Lo, but yeah, I think you're right. I could also just flood it with water. This is not what I want the final design to look like, so we'll have to come up with some other ways to spawn-proof this, but I just want to make sure it works. Nothing's going to spawn in there while we're standing on top of it anyway. So tricky when you're dealing with these kind of mechanics because you want to you want things to look good, but very often you're hamstrung by needing to make something spawn proof or whatever. I didn't think the light would get through the blocks, but I guess I don't think moss is letting the light through. I think it's the light's going around the edges. Plus, like I said, I think the glowberries on the side of the cave are probably also contributing. There's also I've got a frog light over there. On the, I guess it's the south side. Almost there. All right, so that's that slabbed. What did that do inside? It was the light from up top, and then my guess is the glowberries. I'm glad that that lantern doesn't have any, or that frog light doesn't have any problems. It's all right, we'll just go extinguish the... Where is that light coming from? There must be torches down below? Weird. I mean, it's going to get covered up by glass, which is fine. I might be able to do this. gonna be hard to make this thing look cool. We might have to change it to tinted glass. This being lit up is no problem. A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Is there one inside the farm? Can't really see. Are the snow golems not attacking him? I wonder if it's the pressure plates. Hold on, I can actually do this from farther away. Use the camera mod. Oh, I've got 2 spaces outside the farm I've got to deal with. I wonder. Wonder. I know creepers spawn in lush caves. I don't think the camera mod counts as a player. Oh, creeper. Being shot. Walks over. And blows up. Bang. So the pressure plates are a bad idea. We have to go with buttons. Noted. That's what the design had anyway, which is fine. Then we just got lucky that he didn't blow up. I guess they can walk across, Sandy. We were debating if the creepers would be able to walk across with the carpets. I guess they can't. Oh, crap. Right, so buttons and carpets. I don't know why. I feel like that's an issue. That's what the design that I followed said to do. I think the corner blocks need to go. I wonder why the corner blocks were in the design then. I mean, there's a good chance a creeper is going to blow up with these buttons. Yeah, we thought they weren't able to walk over it. Oh, you know what? I'm remembering something now. I decided to use moss carpet. And I think in the tutorial, it's not moss carpet. I think they used slabs. So I'll put some white oak, pale oak slabs in there. I think because it was an early game build and I was trying to make it look nicer, I probably switched out materials and they probably... I bet you this needs to be a slab. So it probably wasn't the pressure plate, it was probably the fact that that's not a slab. I thought that axolotl was a mob with golden armor on for a second. It's a pretty slow farm. You'd think there'd be more mobs spawning in there, and then... I guess I could add more layers, which is fine. Are there lit caves below filling with mobs? Oh, maybe. We've lit the entire Lush cave. The thing is that unlit caves are not in the Lush cave, right? Like I went through and I lit up all of the Lush cave and all of the Lush cave areas. As you can see, like there's just frog lights everywhere. So if you dip down below the farm, it switches to mushroom fields again. So down here, I mean, well, one, we're already at minus 42, but it's mushroom fields. But yeah, there could be, I guess there could be caves, but even then, like once you get outside the Lush cave, it's not a place where mobs can spawn. So he didn't even die? What happened to him? Lo, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. When in doubt, unload everything. Probably still too close. Not seeing anything. Well, that's why I did not spend a ton of time decorating it, because I wanted to make sure it was going to work first. I wonder if there's other mobs in other Lush caves around. That could be a problem too. Alright, well, we'll just pack up here. Random blocks. Die. It is nice to have so many shulkers now. Do we have a full stack of glow ink finally? Yes. Actually, what I should do is make sure that this is not going to be all fish. What is going on? There are just a few mushrooms around. My gosh. Okay. Put a few things away. I think quartz goes in here. Cool. And I'm just curious now that I've been up here for a bit if there's anything that's happened down below. Dayloop, hello, how's it going? It's going okay. We got the creeper farm done, but it doesn't appear to be working. Oh, now it's working. But I must have screwed up the they're dying. I'm not getting camp. I'm not getting these guys. I wonder what I did wrong. Are they just not dropping gunpowder? That seems weird. We saw them die, but there's no gunpowder. Do soul campfires destroy items? Yeah, there's no items in here. They do not destroy items. You use them in your creeper farm. Okay, so then why aren't the creepers dropping gunpowder? I mean, they're spawning, so that's good. I mean, it's working. That's really weird. Creepers drop gunpowder 66% of the time? Maybe we just got unlucky? That was the only one that spawned? Don't think the camera mod acts as a player. Don't think so. It doesn't seem to be spawning very many mobs at all, which is concerning. Might do better if you're on the surface. Well, what could we do for a minute or two? I guess I could take this down. Man, I just forgot how long this took. Yeah, your guess is probably right with the surface, is that I'd be lighting up less lush caves that might be to the east, west, rather than up and down. Because the lush cave stops vertically, but it might continue on throughout the Mushroom Island, because there's a lot of azalea trees around. There's one over there. So there's probably little pockets of lush caves that I probably have to light up. Although lush caves are going to be pretty bright anyway, with all the glowberries. And clean up this mess too. This design. The mock-up of the creeper farm. That way at least my screenshots of the area will be nice. Have I forgot about the amount of mobs that were down there? The amount of mobs were down there, but I was lighting it up. I guess it depends on the height of the cave. If it's a cave tunnel, then it won't be heavy with mobs. But yeah, if it's a big cavern, you're right. The only light sources are from the ceiling. I really have to start thinking about a more permanent main area. I'm going to start to want to take some of these things that we're farming and sending them to something central. I need to think about what that central place is going to look like. Man, that was a mess. I have terracotta out here? I think I do. Oh, maybe I don't. I know I've got snow somewhere. There it is. Yeah, I need to wrap things up, Sandy. You're right. It is nice to have all these shulker boxes here to keep things organized, though. Oop. That can go in here. All right, we'll check one more time just to see if we got any gunpowder, but I'm not really sure. I mean, we don't need any. I've got like shulker boxes full, but it would be nice to have something operating in the background. I think I saw some creepers in there. And we're getting glow squid spawning in the water. No gunpowder. So we're going to get a glow squid farm. Well, the items are making it through. So there's just no hostile mobs being spawned in here. I have odd farms. Yeah, I do. I really, really do. All that, and I'm getting glow squid. I mean, like, that means we could probably make this farm a lot simpler, right? Like, you could just have... I did think that columns of water would probably be better and faster. For the glow squid farm? Yeah, I wonder... there must be caves, like, off to the right and the left here. They're not lit up. Like, behind that wall, that kind of stuff. Maybe I have to go around and light up more lush caves. I thought under Mushroom Island that I would be spared from a lot of that kind of work. Well, that's disappointing. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to figure out what's going on there. Worry about that next time. In the meantime, we'll pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Usually this time of week, that's Megabyte. Let's just see who's live. I also need to check on the server to make sure that that is going to stay up. Megabyte's doing art, not Minecraft. False Symmetry is playing Stardew Valley. You guys want to do Stardew Valley? I mean, if you want to watch art, I can send you to Megabyte doing some art. Both are good streamers? Yes, I agree. I'll send you on to Megabyte because I do have to raid and run, and they are a good shout. They do have some adult language on their channel, so just be aware of that if you've got some small humans around. I'll be back tomorrow, but I will be at a different time. I have to stream earlier tomorrow because I'm driving my dad to the airport, so I anticipate the stream to start around 9 a.m. instead of 10 a.m., so an hour sooner for me tomorrow. We'll be back in the Mushroom Island. I don't know what we're going to do because the creeper farms aren't working, so we'll try to figure out something. I don't know. And that's kind of exciting. It's kind of daunting. We'll have to figure it out. Thanks very much for the modding today, Sandy. Really appreciate it. Welcome in to all the new folks following. Again, check out patreon.com/JoelDuggan if you'd like to support the stream and join the Discord. You do get notifications when I go live on Discord. It's an automatic thing. You will not miss it. Sometimes Twitch and other avenues are not the best way to track when I go live. You can also check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's free. New episode came out yesterday. If you're a member of that show, then the video render distance is out this morning, and the render distance went out on the Spotify and other Patreon-related feeds yesterday. So there's bonus content there for folks that are supporting. Thanks ever so much, folks. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.